Wizz The Tinder for kids. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard that correctly. They have an app now that is a Tinder for kids. The dating app that you guys know and love, you guys are probably getting your fling on, now has a competitor that is for people 13 and up. I didn't think it would be possible for Roblox to have competition for the most unsafe app for younger people to be on, but every day there is a new mystery to unravel, and this is Wizz, an app that is on the Google Play Store as well as the iOS App Store. Now, if we go on the Google Play version, you can see that it says teen. And Apple is smart enough to put an 18 plus label, but as I mentioned before, the app technically only requires you to be 13 and up. And even as early of January of this year, a man was charged with doing something disgusting with a younger person that he met on this app. Again, in January of 2025. Now, if you read some of the reviews for this Wizz app, it makes it seem like they raised the limit to 16 now, which does not seem to be the case at all. Again, this is something that children can lie about very easily. I'm sure you all remember being young yourself, typing up something on your computer, mommy and daddy's computer, and then you say I'm 18 years old. You guys kind of know what I'm hinting at. The difference is that's you looking at some videos compared to possibly meeting up with adults who are going to take advantage of a situation involving a younger person. And the website is even advertised as a place where young people can safely and authentically express themselves and connect with like-minded peers all over their country. Now, in my honest opinion, I feel like this app has an identity crisis. It has no idea what it wants to be because on some platforms you have it advertising itself as an app for young people. But then on an app like here for the App Store's version, it says 18 plus, swipe, meet, and chat with real people, right? It doesn't specify that it's for younger people. It doesn't specify who it's for. We even have things like beauty makers, Billie Eilish, book lovers, and these people look like young adults right here. This guy, Kenneth, is 23 years old. So is it for 23-year-olds? Is it for young people? Who is this app Wizz designed for? Welcome to Wizz, where fun comes from the unexpected. Wizz is a safe space where you can let loose and meet new friends from all over the world. With over 15 million downloads and counting, you're sure to find your people. Right here at 3, it says age-matched chatting. Engage in conversations with peers your own age, ensuring a safer and more relatable experience. Number 5, it's safe. We take your safety very seriously. That's why we have an age gate, plus additional safety features for any users. And we know just how well those safety features are working on an app, on a game platform like Roblox, where people who are able to take pictures of other people, they're able to have their parents' face, they're able to even put up a Bratz doll and have it try to estimate their face and be matched with people that are a lot older than them. There was even something that happened recently where a teenager got her face scanned and it thought that she was an adult because she looked a little more mature. I'm sure you can imagine how that is not safe. And I'm sure you can imagine how something that unsafe would work on a Tinder for kids. Kind of like how on January 31st of last year, the app was actually removed from the App Store and Google Play. The steps were taken after the National Center on Blank Exploitation raised concerns about alleged scams appearing on the site. And this is not a surprise, right? I'm sure that you guys in your own personal life have ran into like these spam bots, these fake girls who message you in your DMs and they're like, hey cutie, how's it going? You reply, obviously you know they're fake, but some people don't. And some people might end up doing something like sending them some photos, doing some private things, only to get blackmailed, essentially, extorted, told, hey, you got to do this or this or this, or we're going to do this, right? Now, if you're an adult, you probably are just like, okay, and you like block them or something, right? But if you're a teenager, if you're younger, you're probably scared, right? You're already doing something you shouldn't be doing. You're being bad, a bad kid, and you don't want anyone else to find out what you're doing, and you might fall for some of these scams, some of these tricks, some of this predatory behavior from people who are pretending to be your age. And that's exactly why an app like this was removed from the App Store, and it seems like nothing has changed in a year. Another horrific example is someone like Alejandro Porras here, who was a 19-year-old pretending to be 15. He ended up meeting up with one of these younger girls, and they did something that they were not supposed to do, or that he was not supposed to do. She was a young person, of course. She didn't really consent. She couldn't consent. And he took advantage using the Wizz app. And the only reason he was able to do this is because the app is advertised as a place for people that look a little young. Quite frankly, this guy looks like he could be 15, 16, 17 years old. It would not surprise me if he took a face picture, it said, okay, I guess you look 16, and that's how he was able to do what he did. Someone like Porras here has over 4 victims alone that press charges based on meeting them in the Wizz app. This is dangerous. This is scary. These apps that allow people to connect and meet and message and share social medias should be for adults. Adults can have fun. Adults can meet up and consensually have a good time with one another, go out to eat, go out to drink. But when you have a platform where someone can simply lie or use an AI photo at this day and age and trick a system into thinking that they're younger or they're a certain age when they're truly not, and then a day later they can meet up and do things that are disgusting and immoral, God forbid, someone ends up not alive anymore because of a situation like this. And the scary part about this is if this app does end up getting shut down, they decide to close down Wizz, or they do decide to make it an adults only platform, which I'm completely fine with, all these other apps, like over here in the similar apps category, are just going to fill that void that the predatory behavior will continue in. All of these apps like Hoop, like Perp, like Chatter Social, all of these have teen. The only age you need to be is 13 plus, technically. Now, some of them you might have to sign up for an account and make an account, and it really says, oh, you have to be 16. The thing is, when you have that T rating, you only have to be 13 plus on your Google account, on your App Store account to download and use the app. The same thing that's a little weird is like the iOS version, for example, says you need to be 18 plus. I'm pretty sure even Snapchat says you have to be 18 plus to get the app, but we all know once you actually get in there and make an account, you don't actually have to be that age, right? We all have younger family members, cousins, nephews, nieces, and they're using Snapchat. They're not 18, right? How do they have it on their iPhone? We all know why and how they have it, because they have an account, an Apple account that says they're 18, that says they're an adult, and even then, they just have to lie. Kids like to lie. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you guys think down below. I think apps like this are just very gross. I think it's very dangerous to create apps and create settings where you basically encourage kids to talk to each other. It's a weird gray area. It really is, because like as a kid myself, who grew up playing Roblox and playing games like Free Realms and stuff, right? Like I always thought there were kids around me, right? And now thinking about it, there probably were like some adults playing the game, having a good time too. But I feel like now it's a lot scarier because you have like voice chat, you have like text chat and DMs and messages and ways for people to reach out to you and for you guys to exchange information. Like when I was younger, there wasn't Discord, right? Like there's probably things like I know there was like TeamSpeak and stuff, just it was never to this extent truly, and I just feel like it's getting very dangerous. Every kid has a phone, every adult has a phone, right? Every kid has internet, has Wi-Fi, has data. They can download these types of apps. They can take a picture of something. They can flip their camera around, take a picture of some old lady on the screen, right? The same way that these adults are able to trick the system, there are unfortunately kids out there that are able to trick the system. And I feel like it just shouldn't be a thing. I feel like there should be better regulations, and some of these apps just shouldn't even exist. They should simply be adult only platforms. Kids should not be messaging each other, and adults should not be able to get on these apps and interact with them. And that's just my thoughts, truly. Let me know what you think down below, guys. Thanks for watching.